Hello, it's Deacon Alison and welcome to my home. We're here obviously because all our churches are shut. We sort of suspected last week, but I don't think anybody could have seen the speed that things have developed this week. And I have to thank the government for the good sense to actually stop us all getting together and passing on this horrible virus. And so I wanted us to think about Mothering Sunday because this is unprecedented, isn't it? This is a Mothering Sunday like none of us have ever known before. We might have struggled and it could be a day of mixed emotions, but this year, even when we could have perhaps gone to visit our mothers this year, perhaps we can't. My own mum lives 140 miles away and it would have been difficult to see her, but this year it's become impossible. And so I remember today all those people who are struggling because it's Mother's Day. We remember the mothers that we've lost, the mothers that we've got that live near us but perhaps we can't visit, those who've had motherhood thrust upon them, those who perhaps wish they'd been mothers and never could be. And so we think about them today and hold them before God. I'd like to share with you a verse from Psalm 91. It says in these difficult times that God's massive arms are wrapped around you, protecting you. You can run under his covering of majesty and hide. His arms of faithfulness are a shield keeping you from harm. He says in another version, he will cover you with his feathers. He will shelter you with his wings. His faithful promises are your armour and protection. And we all need that this week, that's for sure. I went out this morning down on the park, keeping a safe distance from everyone and just thinking I need to get fit and have some fresh air and a little jog. And I came upon a blackbird. She was collecting bits of moss and preparing, obviously, to start a family and build a nest. Totally oblivious of all of the things that are going on in the world. Preparing to build that nest and raise her chicks. And it just made me think what an awful lot of hard work and commitment that takes. We might think of God as being our Father, but Julian of Norwich said, as truly as God is our Father, just so truly he is our Mother. Now that might seem a little bit odd to you, but I just want you to think about the qualities of God. God draws us to himself as a mother gathers chicks under his wings. And I love that verse about the wings and God gathering us all under his wings. It made me think, actually, I don't know if you've ever seen the David Attenborough films where there was a penguin out there in the Antarctic gathering this little ball of fluff, this little tiny chick under the wings against the blizzard and the snow. The life of that chick depended on the mother and the father. They took turns in gathering that little chicken, and that's what God does for us. Imagine the softness of the feathers, the coverage, the fight to protect, the protection of the vulnerable, and that's a word we've heard a lot of this week. That's the sort of love that Jesus gives us. And it made me think that actually that's the sort of love that we need to model. That's the sort of love and care that we need to show to one another. Many years ago, before I ever was in ministry, I applied to be a dinner lady. And I can remember when I had the interview that the lady said to me, "We want you to be their mum at dinner time." Well, that was quite a responsibility really, but I know what she meant. It summed it up beautifully. Someone who'd care for them, dry their eyes, wipe their noses, pick them up when they fell. Just love them and comfort them in times of trouble. All those qualities of God. Now more than ever, we all need those qualities. Caring means sharing. Sharing what we have when our neighbours are housebound. It means loving our neighbours as ourselves. And as the mother hen shields her chicks, perhaps this year we need to shield ourselves and one another in love, following all the government advice that we've been given. So let's take care of one another. We're all the family of God, united in caring, sharing, protecting and loving one another. In Jesus' name, whatever you do this Mother's Day, I hope you can sense God's presence with you. Amen.